Hello, guys. Welcome back. Today we're joined by a lost member. we welcome John.
Thank you. It's good to be here. It's been a
Uh,
minute. I haven't been
wel-
here for the longest time possible.
yeah, welcome
Yeah,
back. We're gonna do the usual
thank you.
predictions, and we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna do other topics later. Let's start off with one of the big games of this weekend: Arsenal versus Man City.
Yes.
What do you think?
Arsenal Man City is gonna be an interesting game. Man City have been on top flight form. They have 50 points. They've only lost twice to the league, drawn twice, and they've won 16 games. That's a really good statistics for a team that wants to win the league. And they're 8 points clear of the second position, meaning they have been on top platform. Arsenal, on the other hand, have been gaining back their footsteps, gaining back their form. They've won their last four matches, except the previous one that they lost, or rather they not lost, or they've won the last four games rather. And coming into the fixture tomorrow, they will not be having Arteta because he's away on COVID.
Yes.
So I don't know whether that's gonna be a big blow for them or not. So we'll just have to wait and see. But for me, it's gonna be a City win. As much as City are away, it's gonna be a City win, probably a 1-0 win. Not a big margin, because both teams are gonna put in a show. It's a draw or a win for me by Man City.
We move on to Watford versus Spurs. A tough game also this. What do you think?
Watford Spurs is an interesting game. Tottenham been away, but Tottenham also have been looking at they've been getting back their form slowly. Won their last two games, I believe, and the contest since they're among the first teams being hit by COVID.
Yeah.
And we saw earlier in the month them having been knocked out of their league, or rather their international competition, the Europa Conference League, unfortunately. But other than that, I believe that Tottenham can pull in a win. Top platform. Harry Kane is back. Seeing him back on the score sheet is amazing. And I expect him to score a goal. So it's going to be a Tottenham win for me.
Okay. This Saturday has a lot of tough fixtures. Crystal
Yes,
Palace.
it has.
Crystal Palace versus West Ham is next. What do you think of that?
Gonna be an interesting game. Vieira versus Moyes, interesting ground. But West Ham being away, I feel like the odds will be more to Crystal Palace. So it's gonna be a Crystal Palace win for me. And of course, as a United supporter, I would want West Ham to lose. Therefore, it's a Crystal Palace win for me. Vieira I think, is gonna put out his best team, but they'll be without Zaha actually, because Zaha picked up a red card in the previous game, so it's a game he's missing. But I still believe Crystal Palace can pull out a win. So it's gonna be a win or a draw for me from West Ham. I mean, for the West Ham game versus Crystal Palace.
Okay. Let's move on to
Yeah.
Sunday. Sunday, Aston Villa visit Brentford. It's gonna be a tough match. Brentford's
Yeah,
stadium has been proved to be a tough place to go to. What do you think?
clearly. I mean, City played with Brentford. I mean, Brentford, that was the last fixture, and they lost narrowly. I mean, City picking up a 1-0 win. Seems like Brentford did put up a big fight. But coming into this game against Aston Villa, I think it's gonna be a win for Brentford, but maybe a draw. I'm not too sure, to be honest, because these are good teams. The teams that may surprise you with a win or a loss. So, but I think it's gonna be a Brentford win for me since they are at home. Their at home record has been fantastic this season.
Yeah, they've been destroying teams.
Yeah,
There.
yeah, they have. Yeah.
The next one is Everton versus Brighton.
Uh Everton versus Brighton. That's gonna be an interesting game. Brighton, the last fixture, I believe they won 2-0.
They drew
They were,
against Chelsea 1-1.
or they did, yeah. Or the game before that is when they won. They won 2-0 against Brentford, actually. Then they came and drew 1-1, a late equalizer by Danny Welbeck.
Yeah.
And coming into this game against Everton, I think they're my favorites. So they have players like Mope who are on form. who's been really doing well on that midfield, and therefore I expect them to come out with a win. Worst case scenario should be a draw. Everton, I feel like they're still not steady yet. We've been halfway into the season and they're just not steady. They have either wins, there's no consistency yet that has been achieved by Everton. So for me, it's gonna be a Brighton win. Yeah.
Okay, and Leeds versus Burnley is up next.
Leeds versus Burnley is gonna be an interesting game. Burnley, of course, are in a terrible form. Very, very bad form. They are last, or rather than the bottom three, fighting for a position outside of relegation. Leeds is above them, but with I believe, is it 5 or 6 point cushion? So Leeds and Burnley have been doing quite poorly this season compared to last season. Because they're both teams that were above, or rather above the half table. But this season looks like a bit struggling to find their form. So I believe Burnley will really need the win. Leeds as well will really need the win as well. So probably it's gonna be a draw for me or a Leeds win.
Yeah. Okay. Southampton versus Newcastle has been postponed.
Sadly.
Chelsea versus Liverpool is the next big game. What do you think?
Late kickoff game, it's gonna be an interesting one. I do not know whether Liverpool will have their stars. That is the African players, Salah and Mane.
They will. African starts after this game week. There have been a lot.
Lovely. Chelsea-Liverpool is going to be an interesting game. Liverpool and Chelsea will both be looking for the win because they believe they are tied on points. 41 points each. And they're both be going to fight for the 3 points. Yeah, they're tied on Chelsea 42, Liverpool 41. Chelsea have been rather struggling. We saw the interview with Lukaku back at the club, so it's going to be an interesting match. See what Tuchel has in mind. Klopp also will be looking for a win as well after their devastating loss to Leicester. Therefore, it's going to be an interesting match. So probably it's going to be a draw for me or a Liverpool win.
It's going to be a crucial race right now because it's all about Man City. The top four, it's just confusing right now.
The top four is looking quite interesting.
Yeah. We move on to Monday's game, Man United versus Wolves. What do you think?
Gonna be a tough game. Very, very tough game. Ragnarik is still looking for consecutive wins, I believe. He's still settling in. From the results yesterday, I believe things are looking good back at the club. But I feel there's still more to be done by United to achieve the consistency. But Raf looks like he has a plan, and therefore let's see what he has to offer for the club. But for me, it's gonna be a United win, of course, but not a big margin. Probably a 1-0, 2-0 win. Because Wolves, on the other hand, are a pretty tough team, defensively especially, and therefore we'll see how it goes. But it's a United win for me.
And also, Wolves didn't play their last game. They had Arsenal, but they didn't play.
They had a game against Arsenal, yeah?
Yeah. So it's going to be postponed. Yeah.
It's going to be a tough match.
Team.
Yeah.
Okay. Apart from predictions, let's talk about the top 7. The top 4, as we said earlier, is going head to head. Liverpool and Chelsea are fighting for number 2. And if Man City win against Arsenal, they're flying with the title so far. The rest,
that's true.
Number 5, 6, 7 have 31 and 30 points, respectively. What do you think about this?
Top 7 is looking like a tough race. Finally, we're seeing all the big guns in the top flight positions. We have Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, and Tottenham. All of them are looking to secure a spot in the Champions League. So they're all giving out their all. Tottenham is getting their form back. So a win for them will bring them to position 5. Assuming that United and West Ham lose their next match, And mind you, they still have a game in hand because they have not played the last 3 games because apparently City have played 20 games. So Tottenham have 3 games to play. Assuming they win all those matches, they should be 4th actually with 39 points. Or rather with 39 points. So Tottenham need to win to secure a solid top 4 spot. Arsenal took the chance when people are not playing and were able to win all their matches. Puts them, I think, sitting comfortably on position 4 because they're playing City. They need to win City to continue cementing the top 4 position, So that match tomorrow will be a really tough match. West Ham, of course, from previous experiences of the teams that are there to put up a fight, but coming towards the end of the season, they just don't make it there, So for me, it's the big guns: Manchester United, Tottenham, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal. I will be going to fight for a spot at the top 4. Therefore, it's looking like a big fight. If you lose a game, you're as well out. So it's gonna be a tough fight for top 4 position.
Yeah, I think so too. If you could do like a mini prediction. Okay, so people also here who are watching this can do also the prediction. What would be your top 4? Apart from being a Man United.
What would be my top 4?
Yeah.
My top 4 would be a Man City. Definitely. They are flying. They are cruising. I mean, winning upon winning upon winning. So Man City definitely have already secured the top 4 spot. Chelsea and Liverpool are looking like they're gonna really stay there, with their top flight performances. I believe that they're gonna be in the top 4. The position 4 for me is gonna be a fight between Arsenal, Man United, and Tottenham. And Arsenal missing Champions League for, I don't know, for the longest time possible, will be looking for to secure a spot. So they're really fighting hard to finish top 4. United are looking strong as well. Tottenham as well are looking strong. So it's going to be a big fight. But my top 4 position prediction is Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, United, simply because I'm a United supporter. But Arsenal do look like a threat. So it's going to be an Arsenal-United fight. But Chelsea need to watch out because they are losing form. They've dropped points in the last 3 games.
Yeah.
Securing 5 points out of a possible 9, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes. So Chelsea need to work. They need to work on their form. Otherwise, as far as I'm concerned, they might be going down while others are going up. So Chelsea need to be careful.
The form has been really shaky, especially with the Lukaku.
Yeah. With the Lukaku story. And then losing their player Chilwell to a season. The injury Ben Chilwell's injury has resulted in him being rolled out for the rest of the season. So that's also they need to go back to the drawing board to look for a replacement.
Yeah, it's just been shaky. But I think
it really has.
Man City and Chelsea have been having 20 points, both of them. They have played every game apart from the rest. So that's really scary for them. Especially, let's say, if Arsenal take the points, they are really coming closer to number 2 and 3.
If Arsenal beat City, they'll be how many points? They'll be 2 points shy. Or rather, no, they'll be 4 points. They'll be 4 points shy of Chelsea's position.
Yeah.
So Chelsea need to be careful. They really need to be careful.
Yeah. I think that's it. Thanks for your time.
No problem. Lovely to be here.
Subscribe, follow, whichever. Thanks so much.
Please do.